Okay, so we're here with Max Kogan, e-bike deal. This is the City Track Pro with a 60 volts, 30 amp hour battery pack. I'm here with Max Kogan of e-bike deal. We're demonstrating today the City Track Pro with the 60-30 battery pack. That's 60 volts, 30 amp hour, along with the T80 Chrome motor. Now, this version also is available with the Crystalite 3525 or 3540. Hi, we're here with Max Kogan of eBike Deal. We're demonstrating today the City Track Pro. This particular version has a 60-30 battery pack, 60 volts, 30 amp hour, along with the TC80 crown motor. So, Max, what's particular about this bike versus other builds you've done in the past?
This one has a 60 volt 30 amp hour battery, which means that we're using a wider case. This case is 5¼ inches wide. Now, because the case is wider, the mounts over here, as you can see, there's a gap, and we have to fill that gap with washers. Otherwise, when we use the 4¼ inch case to house 72 volts at 15 amp hours, these washers are not needed, and we don't need the longer screws. So in fact, the crossbars that hold the battery case in place will have no gap over here.
Okay.
So people have to be aware that they're going to have to use these washers and a longer screw nut.
Now I see we've also put conveniently the controller on the bottom. Tell me a little bit about this setup here.
We used to put the controller on the rear rack, but to streamline it, we started putting them underneath here. We discovered that it fits very well underneath here, and it's just an overall cleaner setup. All the wires are nicely hidden, so it makes for a very, very clean setup. And of course, you can have a rear rack to put your pannier bags, things of that nature. I like to have the pannier bags because during the summer you just never know how cold it's going to get in the evening, so I always have a jacket and whatnot.
Let's talk a bit about the tires. I see these are not your ordinary typical bicycle tires.
These are 3-inch tires. They literally are, the width is literally 2.7 inches at this point here. If you have a wider rim, I believe they will come to 3 inches. It depends on how wide the rim is. It will allow you to get this.
And what is the advantage of having these particular set of tires?
Way better than regular bike tires in the sense that they're much wider. Provides a much more stable ride, a rock solid ride. On a regular bike, let's say like you what's the word I'm looking for?
Hit a bump?
No. In comparison to a build, to a home build,
Yes.
a bike tire won't be this wide. And let's say you hit speeds. Once you hit speeds of 50 kilometers an hour, you're white knuckling it. Like you're scared. It gets very, very scary. This bike, you'll hit 60, 70 kilometers an hour. You won't even feel it.
Now, why don't you try lifting the bike to show the folks
very
that it's
heavy with this backpack, with this battery pack. This battery pack weighs in at 42 pounds.
Yes.
And although it's very heavy, you can still lift it, but it's a heavy lift. There's no two ways about it. Okay, you're looking at a motor here that weighs upwards of 20 pounds, because this is the crown motor. The 3525, which performs great, will weigh in at about 15 pounds.
okay.
Stop it.